it is, guys. It's boy BlastphamousHD, and today I'm going to give you guys very important life lessons and or advice that I wish that someone had taught me, but I had to end up learning on my own. Number one, thou shalt not floss or brag, because the only thing you get from flossing or bragging is robbed. Back in the day, I used to play poker, and I used to make a good amount of money from it. And one of my best friends at the time, the guy's name was, Rashad Banks. Of course, I want to share my accomplishment with him. But within a month and some change, he robbed my house at gunpoint with some of his gangbanger friends. The friends that you'll get from showing off your nice stuff, they won't really be your friends. They'll be there because you have nice stuff. If you're just accruing friendships and all this other stuff because people think you're on top of the world and you're making all this money and you're rich, the minute time gets tough, those people will skirt out on you faster than someone who skirts really fastly. Number two, always put yourself first. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh man, BlastphamousHD, that's selfish as fuck. Fuck yeah, it is. You have got to be the most important person to you. Now, this goes doubly for emotion-wise. You can give fucks about other people, but you have to be the person that you're giving the most fucks to. You should be number one when it comes to your happiness, especially in a relationship. Never go out of your way to make someone else happy if they're not doing the same for you. If you're putting your significant other or other people in general, your friends, some members of your extended family before yourself, then not only are you gonna usually feel shitty about the situation, but that person usually is gonna treat you like shit. Because people usually don't value people who don't value themselves. A lot of you guys might remember a YouTuber named Freddie E, rest in peace. Really talented guy, really funny guy, made great videos. He did spoken word. He took his own life because the girl that he was trying to be with didn't want him. He loved her more than he loved himself. So when it was grossly apparent that this girl didn't want to be with him anymore, he took his own life. Number three, never loan money. The harsh truth about loaning money is people are not looking to borrow money 98% of the time. They're looking for free money. But asking someone, hey, can you give me $100 usually ends a lot less positively than if you ask someone, hey, can I borrow $100? So with that being said, when most people ask for money, they don't see it as, okay, this person is giving me some of their money until I have the money to give it back. They see it as, I just got an extra $120. Most people use borrowing money from people as a way to subsidize their income. So not only are you out of money, but you also just made an enemy of this person that you just loaned this money to. Because for some reason, there's nothing more disrespectful to a person that you just loan money to is then when you ask them for your money back. Hey man, I loaned you $20 a month ago. Can I have my money back? And they'll always say that faded phrase, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You'll get your money when I give it to you. Next thing you know, you go over there to get your money, you get stabbed and shot in the balls. Now you're bleeding out through your pee hole and you don't even know why. And you still ain't got your $20. So if you want to keep your money and your friendships intact, do not loan people money. But there is a way around this, okay? And I've used this to great success. The only people you can loan money to are people who their relationship with you is worth more than the money that you are about to loan them. So with that being said, if you've been friends with a guy for 3 weeks and he asks you to borrow some money, give him $2. Because that's probably how much you guys' relationship is worth at the time. If it's your mom and you guys have a great relationship, but $2, $3, $4, $5,000 if you have it. Because that person probably loves you so much, the money is not an issue. If it's your significant other, they're usually at the same level of loving you or caring about you as your mom. So you can loan them a good amount of money. But if you guys ever break up, or you guys ever go through a rough patch, a really rough patch, then they get right back down there with that dude that you knew for 3 weeks. And you might not ever see your money again. I've had that happen to me as well. Number 4, talent is absolutely worthless. The best example I can give of talent being worthless is all the people you see who can play basketball as good as NBA players, but are still broke because they never freaking did anything with it. They never took any action. Guys who are smarter than some of the most brilliantly minded people on the earth, but it doesn't mean shit because they work at a gas station. The thing that makes a person successful is vision, aka knowing what you want and where you want to be. Hard work, going after what you want and just grinding it out on that path towards what you want to be or what you want. Willingness to accept failure. Okay, you will fail. Okay, but a lot of people see failure as, not accomplishing or just losing. But what failure really is you learning what not to do in order to get to what you want. Say you're really bad with women. If you go out and you talk to 300 different girls, okay, and you get rejected like, 250, maybe 270 times out of that 300? By the time you get over 300 girls, every girl you talk to, you're probably going to be really, really good at getting her close to smash her because every time you failed, you probably saw what you said that made you fail, or what little intricacy physically or what little bitty thing you did that helped you fail, that helped her look at you as not a viable mate, and you can correct it. Every little failure is a small correction towards being really good with girls in this scenario. So by the time you get to 300 and beyond, you've calibrated yourself so well as to where you're super good. It's the same thing with success. Number 5, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this one, but hey, you know what, fuck it. Now, number 5, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack, but I hate to see young people grow up not knowing and, making the same mistakes as the older generations did and still do these days. With that being said, college education doesn't mean shit these days, okay? It's borderline fucking worthless unless there is something that you are passionate about, that you want to do with your life. Like if you want to be a psychologist or something and you need a degree from college to do that, then a college education is not worthless. But if you are like 98% of everyone who goes to college and you're just trying to get an education because you want to make a lot of money, to put yourself in a good situation, to put your family in a good situation, to give yourself more options through life, because that's what because the more money you have, the better options you have. You can decide where you live at. You can buy your family a home. You don't have to worry about your bills. It's less stress in life. A lot of people see money as evil, but it's not. The only people who see money as, evil and only douchebags have money are people who don't have the motivation, determination, and the goals and vision to get money themselves. So they throw shade on people who do have money in order to make themselves feel better about not having the determination to get that money themselves. Back to the topic at hand, college education, worthless to most people, especially these days. As I stated before, all you need in order to be successful and make good money is knowing what you want. Know what you want, work hard towards it, and be willing to fail because you probably will fail. College education teaches you to get a job. A job! How many people do you know that work the jobs that they usually get out of college and are rich? College education is usually 4 years until you get your degree, alright? A lot of times it's a lot longer than that. I know a lot of people who started businesses, just went out and made money for themselves after a year and a half or 2 years. Especially in this day and age where we're in the dawn of social media and YouTube and all this other stuff. Now, to tell you the truth, I only went to college for the social aspect of it. You know, like get to meet people and run into people. I literally haven't learned shit from my time in college. And I was in college for 2 years. I didn't learn shit. If anything, college tests your memory. You cram for a test. If you're lucky, you remember the stuff you studied. You do good on a test. Not only do you never use that information ever again, but you don't ever remember this shit to ever use it if you ever really do need to use it any damn way. College is a business, alright? Society is meant to push you towards college because college is big business. They make a lot of money off that shit. Hell, look at the loans. Think about it. How long do people usually stay in debt from their college loans? Hell, I'm in debt from college and I only went for a year and a half to 2 years. Literally, my interest on my college loans is over $60 a month. And that's just the interest. Real shit. Social studies books, math books, philosophy books. These things are costing $400, $500 a piece just because they're tied into college. If college education was really meant for us, it wouldn't cost as much as my rent do. Now, I'm not deterring anyone from getting a college education. All I'm saying is if your goal in life is just to make enough money to support yourself, your family, maybe even get a nice house, a yacht, maybe even a pet llama or some shit, college education is not for you. You know, it takes an extremely long time, extremely stressful. You cram a whole bunch of knowledge that probably will never do you any good in your entire life. You know, all this time, there's people out here making a buttload of money starting online businesses and making YouTube videos. And these are things they really want to do. They're making money doing things they want to do because they saw a vision of what they wanted and they stayed on that path and they went for it. They worked hard, they stayed consistent, and they probably endured a good amount of failure along the way, but they didn't veer off their path. That is the way you become successful, and that is the way you make money in any field that you want to make money in. Bonus info: trust no one. Now, of course, there's a trick to this. The only people who you can truly trust are the people who it makes them happy to make you happy. Alright, and very few friends you'll run into who are like this. Now, the people who usually fall under this category are your mom, sometimes your dad, but usually just your mom, and your relationship while things are going awesomely. These are the people who it makes them happy to make you happy. So you can trust those people. Everyone else, fuck them. People will literally say anything in order to get you to believe what they want you to believe so that they can get you as to whereas it becomes advantageous to them to be around you. You see it happen to YouTubers all the time. Hey man, I love your videos, great videos. You should sign with me. We're gonna make you a superstar and we're gonna show you how to make your videos skyrocket to the top and get a bunch of views. The minute you sign with them, you never hear from them again. You know what? You're already signed to them, so 40% of everything you make goes to them automatically. You never hear from them again. People are always gonna tell you what you wanna hear when there's something to gain for themselves. If you remember one thing from all of the information I've given you in this video, then let it be this. The only person that you can predict the actions of is yourself. As always, boy BlastphamousHD, Twisms. Make sure to check out my prank channel. I'm uploading 2 brand new pranks every single week, as this one you see on the left. Click the annotation if you want to watch that, or look in the description where I'll leave a link for the people who are on phones. And as always, BlastphamousHD out.